Introduction to Material Properties. The aim of this course is to provide student architects with a fair knowledge of building materials in common use. Knowing the building material available is not sufficient enough to aid one in making a good choice. In the event of building specification, one needs to know the chemical and physical structure of such building materials and the functional requirement they proffer in order to make good choice. Physical material exists basically in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. An objective is to be a solid when it maintains its shape and size. Solid exhibits regular arrangement of atomic, ionic, or molecular particle. This is to say that solid objects have crystalline structure. Building material could either be stone, wood, metal, ceramics, rubber, polymer, clay, glass, etc. The objective of this coursework: you will know the material of each element in more detail. You will know the uses of each element. You will know each material by the presence of image. You will know the application of each element. You will know the characteristic of each element. 3.0 Building element. They have 6 element building. 1. Foundation, column, beam, floor, slab, window, and door. Foundation. Foundation is the lowest part of the building or the civil structure that is in direct contact with the soil, which transfers load from the structure to soil safely. Generally, the foundation can be classified into two, namely shallow foundation and deep foundation. A shallow foundation transfers the load to a stratum present in a shallow depth. The deep foundation transfers the load to a deeper depth below the ground surface. A tall building like a skyscraper or a building constructed on very weak soil requires deep foundation. If the constructed building has the plan to extend vertically in future, then a deep foundation must be a suggestion. In foundation making, there are several materials that we use: concrete, wood, and steel. Concrete. Concrete is the best material for foundation among all other materials used for foundation because it is hard, durable, and strong in compression. Concrete does not affect by moisture and can be made nearly watertight for basement walls. It can easily cast in any shape required for each foundation. This material used in concrete foundation work. For example, the curtain wall can be made of concrete and it requires a narrow trench with very little formwork required. Its single major disadvantage is the relative high cost of the cement required to make this concrete. This is example the application of concrete, and this is the characteristic properties of concrete. Wood. Wood as a foundation material may look unsuitable, but it is used for house foundation in many cases where concrete foundation become an expensive option. When wood used as the foundation is pressure treated and coated with multiple chemicals to prevent rotting and to keep wood eating pests such as termites away. Application of wood are construction and fencing, household use, art industry, sport equipment, commercial uses. Characteristic properties of wood are color, porosity, grain, texture, figure. Last, steel. Steel, alloy of iron and carbon in which the carbon content range up to 2%. With a higher carbon content, the material is defined as cast iron. By far the most widely used material for building the world's infrastructure in industries. It is used to fabricate everything from sewing needle to oil tanker. In addition, the tools required to build and manufacture such articles are also made of steel. There are many applications of steel such as building and infrastructure, mechanical equipment, automotive, and many more. And this is the character properties of steel.
Okay, next. Column. A column or pillar in architecture are structural. Engineering is a structural element that transmits through compression the weight of the structure above to other structural elements below. 3 material that we use to: first iron, second steel, and 3 concrete. First, iron. A silver, white malleable, ductile, magnetic heavy metallic element that readily rusts in moist air, occurs in pure form in many tories, and combined in most igneous rock, is the most abundant element on Earth by mass and is vital to biological process. What are the applications of iron? As the primary constituent of ferrous metals, alloys, and steels, in magnets, in fabricated metals products, and in industry machinery. Characteristic properties of iron: iron is a ductile gray, relatively soft metal, and is a moderately good conductor of heat and electricity. The pure metal is chemically very reactive and rusts readily in moist air, forming red-brown oxides. Okay, steel. Steel, alloy of iron and carbon in which the carbon content range up to 2%. With a higher carbon content, the material is defined and cast iron. By far the most widely used material for building the world. In addition, the tools required to build and manufacture such articles are also made of steel. What are the applications of steel? Buildings and infrastructure, mechanical equipment, automotive, metal products, other transport, domestic applications, electrical equipment. Characteristic properties of steel: strength, formability, corrosion resistance, surface height, ductility, malleability. Okay, concrete. First, the next, concrete. Concrete is the best material for foundation among all other materials used for foundation because it's hard, durable, and strong in compression. For example, the curtain wall can be made with concrete and it requires a narrow trench with very little formwork required. What are the applications of concrete? Concrete is used for many applications, including basic foundation building, highway, bridge, walkway, returning airport, and others. Characteristic properties of concrete: physical properties and chemical properties. Physical properties: fineness of cement, soundness, consistency, strength, setting time, heat of adhesion. And the chemical properties: tricalcium aluminate, tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, fret, magnesia, sulfur tetroxide, iron oxide, alkalis, free lime, and alumina.
Okay, so for beam in building construction is a horizontal member spanning an opening and carrying a load that may be a brick or stone wall above the opening, in which case the beam is often called a lintel. The load may be a floor or roof in a building, in which case the beam called a floor joist or a roof joist. Okay, there are three materials that we use too. First, wood, second, steel, and third, plastic. For wood as a foundation material may look unsuitable, but it is used for house foundation in many cases, where concrete foundation become an expensive option. When the wood used as the foundation is pressure treated and coated with multiple chemicals to prevent rotting and to keep wood-eating pests such as termites away. The application of wood. The application of wood is for construction and fencing, household uses, art industry, sport equipment, and commercial uses. Characteristic properties of wood. First, color. Xylem is impregnated with colored compound in some. Second, porosity refers to different size of vessel in spring or summer. Third, grain refer to alignment of different cell types as well as the transition between winter and spring wood, and so on. Okay, for the second is steel. Alloy of iron and carbon in which the carbon content range up to 2%. In addition, the tools required to build and manufacture such articles are also made of steel. So, what are the applications of steel? First, building and infrastructure, mechanical equipment, automotive, metal product, other transport, and so on. For the characteristic properties of steel, first is strength, second, formability, third, corrosion resistant, fourth, surface hard, and so on. For the third is plastic. Plastic are a wide range of or semi-synthetic material that use polymer as a main ingredient. Their plasticity make it possible to plastic to be molded, extruded, or pressed into a solid object of various shape. The application of plastic, it can be used to produce packaging, in building and construction, in textile, consumer product, and so on. So for the characteristic properties of plastic, they are light in weight and chemically stable, easy molded into different shape and size, good insulation and low thermal conductivity, good impact resistance, and they are not rust.
Floor slab. The term floor slab usually refers to a floor that has been formed using concrete and generally steel reinforcement and may form part of the structure of a building. It may form the floor of a basement at ground level or at upper levels. It will be typically reinforced either by rebar or steel fiber and can be either formed on a site or prefabricated. A floor that is made of timber or other material is not referred to as a floor slab. Three materials that we use to make floor slabs such as brick, lime concrete, and cement concrete. Brick. A brick is a type of built block used to build walls, pavement, and other elements in masonry construction. Properly, the term brick denotes a block composed of dried clay, but is now also used informally to denote other chemical cured construction block. This is the application of bricks and the characteristic properties of bricks too. Lime concrete. Lime concrete is a composite mixture of lime as binding materials, sand as fine aggregate, and gravel as coarse aggregate in appropriate proportions. Lime concrete mix ratio depends on the type of construction, but in general, it can be taken up to 1:2 ratio for lime sand respectively and up to 1:3 ratio for lime cost aggregate respectively. This is example application of concrete. Have many characteristic properties of lime concrete such as provide good workability and has desired plasticity. It prevents subsoil dampness due to certain level of waterproofing property and etc. And the last, cement concrete. It is a composite material wherein a paste of cement made with water on solidification bind firmly together the various particles of inert materials like sand and stone ballast. The inert material called aggregate. It will grade in size from fine sand to pebble or stone ballast or brick ballast. This example application of cement concrete, and this is characteristic properties of cement concrete.
3.5 Window. Window is an opening in the wall of a building for the emission of light and air. Windows are often arranged also for the purpose of architectural decoration. Material that we use: wood, vinyl, and aluminium. Wood. If you're going for natural beauty, then wood is the material to choose for your windows. It is popular choice among homeowners for many reasons. Wood give a home a traditional appearance. Wood is durable natural resources that is environmentally friendly and can be made into many shapes and sizes. Just as there are advantages to wood's replacement window material, there are disadvantages to consider. What are the applications of wood? Construction and fencing, household uses, art industry, sports equipment, and commercial uses. Characteristics, properties of wood. Wood is strong and gets harder over time for long-lasting performance. Can be painted or stained to match your any decor or complement existing colors. Does not allow as much condensation as other material, offer greater insulation to keep home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Vinyl. Vinyl window frames are composed of PVC, polyvinyl chloride, which is used in numerous household items, construction, and plumbing products. There is pure virgin vinyl and recycled vinyl. The main difference between the two is durability and cost. The pure vinyl is stronger and lasts longer than recycled vinyl. However, it's also more expensive. The quality and durability of vinyl windows have greatly improved, making them a good choice for frames. The application of vinyl. Medical use of vinyl: blood bags, caps, goggle, glove, valve, ear protector. Vinyl in construction industry, sliding and window frames, roofing, gutters and downspout, fencing, railing, decking, covering for walls, and more. Vinyl in the auto industry, interior upholstery in cars, floor mat, car body molding, and vibration coating under hood wiring and cables, windshield wiper system, etc. Characteristic properties of vinyl. Vinyl window frames are very energy efficient. This characteristic is valid if the windows are Energy Star rated. These apply to windows manufactured with low E glass. Vinyl window frames are airtight, so they won't allow air to escape when closed and locked. Vinyl requires little to no maintenance. Vinyl is easy to clean with common household cleaners. There's no need for painting or staining. Vinyl's UV-resistant properties prevent rotting and corrosion. Expect a lifetime up to 20 years. Lightweight and less complicated installation process. Number 3, aluminium. For more modern house, aluminium windows are a good choice. They provide a sleek look and require less upkeep than other materials. Aluminium is lightweight but very strong and can support large expanses of glass. With this advantage, your home can have large window space, providing more natural light into your living space. What are the applications of aluminium? Metal compound, biology, toxicity, effect, exposure route, treatment. Characteristic properties of aluminium: more affordable than wood window.
a flexible option providing unique shapes and customized fit due to aluminum's easy manipulation. Aluminum is a durable material that is lightweight and easy to install, available in bake-on finishes, don't have to repaint. It offers a narrow frame allowing more glass area and better view, not susceptible to insect. Number 3.6, door. A door is a movable barrier secured in an opening, known as the doorway, to a building, wall, or partition for the purpose of providing access to the inside of a building or room of a building. A door is held in position by door frame, the members of which are located at the sides and top of the opening or doorway. Material that we use: fiberglass, aluminium, wood. Fiberglass doors are built to withstand years of use without showing so much as a scratch. Fiberglass comes in the color of your choosing and can be easily repainted. Some doors even come with the option of wood cladding to match your home decor. What the application of fiberglass? Beverage industry. Fiberglass grating is used in many areas like bottling line and in brew houses, car washes. Recently, fiberglass grating is greatly used for rust resistant and to give a contrast color to areas that previously looked forbidden. It brightened the inside of the car wash tunnel, making the car look cleaner than it was. Chemical industry. In this industry, the fiberglass grating is used for anti-slip safety feature of the embedded grit surface and the chemically resistant feature of different resin compound. The chemical being used are matched with the resin. Cooling towers and cooling tower are always wet. They have to use protected from rust corrosion and other safety issues. Due to the excellent properties of fiberglass, it is used in this tower as screening to keep people and animal away from the danger zone. Dogs and marinades. The dog get corroded, rusted and damaged by the salty sea water, so fiberglass is used here for protection. Characteristic properties of fiberglass. Mechanical strength. Fiberglass has a specific resistance greater than steel, so it's used to make high performance. Electrical characteristic. Fiberglass is a good electrical insulator even at low thickness. Incombustibility. Since fiberglass is a mineral material, it is naturally incombustible. It does not propagate or support a flame. It does not emit smoke or toxic product when exposed to heat. Dimension to stability. Fiberglass is not sensitive to variation in temperature and hygrometric. It has a low coefficient of linear expansion. Number 2, aluminium. Aluminium is the most popular, affordable, and durable material in use for door. Beyond being resistant to insect and the element, the metal is being able to handle the weight of a large piece of glass and still slide smoothly for years. It often presents a sleek, modern feel, understated enough to slip into the background of more traditional home. When painted for your aesthetic, aluminium doors or wall system can match anything around them. What the application of aluminium, a metal compound, biology, toxicity, effects, exposure route treatment. Characteristic properties of aluminium: low weight, high strength, superior malleability, easy machining, excellent corrosion resistance, very easy to recycle, high reflectivity, elasticity. Wood. Number 3, wood, a great choice for entry doors, among other places. Our manufacturer can create a wood door that will match your specific requirement. A wide collection of wood and glass feature to select from lets your personal style shine. What are the application of wood? Construction and fencing, household uses, art industry, sports equipment, commercial uses. Characteristic properties of wood: colors, xylem impregnate with color of compound in some. Porosity refers to different size of vessel in spring or summer. Grain refers to alignment of different cell type. Straight grain ash as well as to the transition between winter and spring wood. Texture refers to the cellulose element. Fine texture is not visible with a hand lens. Figure, important characteristic of board in furniture making, because wood is 3D, different cuts look radically different wood. Conclusion: The material properties will determine the processing condition, storage condition, final application, performance, and useful lifetime that the material could perform. We study the properties of material in order to better understand them, what they can do, and how they interact with the environment. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.